All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. We are going to call Sheikh Rohi immediately. He's online waiting for me to call him, and he will join us, and we will have a nice debate as last Saturday and the Saturday before. So please invite your friends, whoever you have in your list, and we will not take calls for now in Skype. Maybe later, because I will open actually the chance for the Muslims to call Sheikh Rohi to ask him questions if they wish. But just give us in the beginning some time to have a conversation, me and him, and after that we will open only for Muslims to call. I don't want anyone to call him except the Muslims, at least in the beginning. Let me call Sheikh Rohi. All right. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, with the greeting of the God of the Christians, peace to you. Welcome, Sheikh Rohi, to be with us. I hope today you have a, you will have a good time together.
Ahlan wa sahlan, my friend. Alhamdulillah. Hope you are okay, and all your family, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Sheikh Rohi, before you call, actually, I was talking to the people who here they are listening about certain issues in Islam, and we were talking about, I don't know if you heard today, a guy in Mecca, he tried to commit suicide. Actually, he did commit suicide, and that remind me of what happened to the Prophet Muhammad when he tried to commit suicide many times. So what your statement about this? What do you like to say? You heard me?
Cut in voice. No.
Okay, let me repeat again. Let me repeat again. No problem. I was saying that in the news,
Okay.
in the news today, we heard that there is a person who committed suicide by throwing himself from the top of a building in the Kaaba. And as we know in Islam, it's forbidden for a person to kill himself unless he is killing some people with him. And we know that the Prophet of Islam himself, he tried many times before to commit suicide. So what do you think about the Prophet trying to commit suicide and this Muslim committing suicide? What the difference between them?
Truly, I don't. I read, I hear about this man who threw himself from the mosque, but I don't read the details of this accident. But as according to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is not true that he was want to throw himself from the mount, as you said, as in the incorrect matter.
Well, I don't know. This is Sahih Bukhari, and I don't know if I can give you the link. You can read it with me. It says here that after the divine inspiration stopped coming to the Prophet because of the death of Waraqah, it says here in front of me, and I'm reading the Muslim translation, the Prophet becomes so sad, as we have heard, that he intended several times to throw himself from the top of the high mountains, and every time he went up to the mountain in order to throw himself down, Jibreel would appear before him and say, "O Muhammad, you are indeed the messenger of Allah," and in truth, whereupon his heart will become quiet, would calm down, and he would return home. This is in Sahih al-Bukhari. This is not in a newspaper. So what's your statement about this?
Can you read this hadith by Arabic, please?
Sure, no problem. Here we go. It says, ثم لم ينشب ورقة أن توفي وفتر الوحي فترة حتى حزن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيما بلغنا حزنا غدا منه مرارا كي يتردى من رؤوس شواهق الجبال فكلما أوفى بذروة جبل لكي يلقي منه نفسه تبدى له جبريل فقال يا محمد إنك رسول الله حقا فيسكن لذلك جأشه وتقر نفسه فيرجع فإذا طالت عليه فترة الوحي غدا لمثل ذلك. And the rest of the hadith, you can read the rest of it. So what is your statement, Sheikh Rohi?
This ثم لم ينشب ورقة أن توفى وفتر الوحي أحسن حتى حزن الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. لحظة أنا أقرأ النص. وكان شيخا كبيرا. لحظة أقرأ بداية الحديث. ثم who is ثم لم ينشب ورقة أن توفي.
Sheikh, you are the one who have a PhD in Islam from Al-Azhar University, and you are the Sheikh. You tell me.
Yes.
And you tell me. I'm asking you. You tell me who is the one is talking there.
Oh,
the one who narrated the hadith. It's obvious, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
I want you to think of this, not to read. يعني just read. ثم لم ينشب ورقة أن توفى وفتر الوحي فترة حتى حزن النبي فيما بلغنا حزنا غدا منه مرارا كي يتردى من رؤوس الشواهق الجبال. Look at this hadith, what he say. فيما بلغنا that what reach us حزنا غدا منه مرارا كي يتردى من رؤوس الجبال. Do you read in this hadith that the Prophet said, I want to throw myself in the mountain?
My friend, the hadith is not always what the Prophet said. It is what people, this is Aisha reporting that what she knew, this is what happened to Muhammad. Because remember, Aisha, she was a child when Muhammad,
this hadith,
he got,
hadith not told by Aisha.
No, it is by Aisha.
This hadith
No, it's by Aisha. If you go in the beginning, it says narrated by Aisha.
Not Aisha told that Muhammad want to throw himself.
No, the hadith doesn't say. The hadith doesn't report anyone except Aisha. If you read from the beginning, it is Aisha who reported the whole story, and for sure Aisha, she was not with Muhammad at that time, because the one who took Muhammad and witnessed Muhammad to be a prophet is Khadija, correct? At that time, Aisha was not even a wife of Muhammad. She was a baby. So Aisha reporting what she heard, not what she witnessed. And it is, you know, and what we heard is this and this and this. Everything she is reporting here is not something she witnessed. It is what she learned. She learned from who? She is the first, you know, witness for everything in the life of Muhammad. So when Aisha, she say that, why she want to say such a thing if it's not true?
It is not saying Aisha. Why? This hadith say فيما بلغنا حزنا. This about narrator, not
okay,
Aisha.
Who's the narrator? Who's the narrator? Tell me, give me the name.
narrator عروة بن الزبير.
Okay.
Not Aisha.
So what that will make a problem is if Urwa ibn Zubayr says such a thing, he's lying.
Not lying. It is wrong.
Why it's wrong?
Think that, but it is.
Why it's wrong? He think that. He didn't say he think that. He said what we learned. He didn't say what I think. He said what we learned, that the Prophet gets so sad and he tried to commit suicide many times.
It is wrong because the Prophet not said that he want to throw himself on the mountain. If he said that, or the Quran said that, we said this is a correct hadith. But he don't say.
My friend, obviously the Quran says that Muhammad was very much having a trouble about himself, believing that he is a prophet. The Quran says that if Allah said to the Prophet, if you are in doubt in what we gave to thee, you know, go and ask the Christians and the Jews, those who received the book before you. So obviously the Quran witness that Muhammad is suffering from something, and that is about him being a prophet. He don't want to believe he's a prophet. And Allah told him, okay, if you don't believe me in what I sent to you, go and ask those who believe before you. فإن كنت في شك مما أنزلنا إليك فاسأل الذين يقرؤون الكتاب من قبلك. Allah saying that to Muhammad because Muhammad he believe or Muhammad don't believe. Obviously Muhammad don't believe he's a prophet. He don't want, he's still confused about is he really a prophet? And this is a very perfect match with the story in the hadith. If you read in the hadith, it says it's not only telling us the story that Muhammad tried to commit suicide, it says that each time he tried to commit suicide, the angel Jibril appeared to him and say to him, don't do it, you are truly indeed a messenger of Allah. And then after he said to him, you are indeed Allah messenger in truth, whereupon his heart would become quiet and he would calm down and would return home. And then it's continues saying this, he did not do that once, he did it many times. And whenever the period of the coming of the inspiration used to become long, he would do as before, which means he go to the top of the mountain trying to jump, and then the angel Jibreel, as it says in front of us, but when he used to reach the top of the mountain, Jibreel would appear before him and would say to him, you know what he had said before, which means you are in truly a prophet of Allah indeed. So Muhammad, when he hear that, he stopped trying to commit suicide. So what the problem of Muhammad? He is so desperate, he cannot believe he is a prophet. He want to end himself. He thought he is a crazy. He is suffering from mental issues.
Okay. Look, my friend. God said, do you hear me?
We hear you.
So if you are in doubt about that which we have revealed to you, then ask those who have been reading the scripture before you.
Okay.
The truth has certainly come to you from your Lord, so never be among the doubters. Do you mean, do you understand what this verse mean?
Yeah, Muhammad, you don't
The
believe he's a
question,
prophet.
no. This is scolding and reproof, not praise for people of scripture. It is like when you said to one person who works for you, if you don't like my work, then go and work for so and so. And you are sure that this person hates so. Also, this like saying of one of the officials in the Western countries to demonstrators, if you don't like the democracy of Western countries, go and live in the democracy of Arab countries. And this is this praise for Arabs democracy? Not. It is scolding and reproof, not praise. So Allah said, if you فإن كنت في شك مما أنزلنا إليك فاسأل الذين يقرؤون الكتاب من قبلك لقد جاءك الحق من ربك فلا تكن من الممترين. So if you what this the question here, did the prophet ask the Jews? Not ask them. So he didn't doubt, because the ayah says, if you in doubt, ask those who have been reading the scripture. As long as he didn't ask, so he is not in doubt. So it is ayah is scolding for the people of scripture, not
Sheikh
praise.
Rohi, Sheikh Rohi, who is the one who was reading the scriptures at that time? Who are those people?
Jews and Christians.
Yeah, but that's mean they have scriptures and their scriptures are not corrupt, because he said to them, go and read and go and ask those who they are reading the scriptures, so they have a true scriptures. So how they have the true scriptures and yet Muhammad is coming with the new scriptures to replace the scriptures, it is already approved by Allah in this verse, as you said. Go and ask those who they are reading the scriptures, not someone he died. Go and ask them, they are alive, they have the scriptures and they know the scriptures and they are reading the scriptures. So how Allah is saying that to Muhammad, but yet he is sending a new prophet with a new message, and supposedly the previous message is not exist no more? How you explain that?
I said to you, my friend, that for example, to explain this verse, as one of the official in the Western countries, when he said, if you don't like the democracy of Western countries, go and live in the democracy of Arab countries. This exactly this آية. إن كنت في شك مما فاسأل الذين يقرؤون الكتاب من قبلك. كأن يعني God is scolding the people of book, not because Muhammad know that in their books don't telling the truth. They mix truth by lying.
Where it says that in the Quran they are mixing truth by lying? Where? You know, as I know, in chapter 2 verse number 89, the Quran says the following, that Allah, he's saying that he sent the book confirming what is with them. You see, in Arabic, you speak Arabic, I speak Arabic, so we do not need a translator. It says وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ كِتَابٌ مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ مُصَدِّقٌ لِمَا مَعَهُمْ. Lima ma'ahum, you know what ma ma'ahum mean, which mean what they have already with their hands, not what they have in the past, as Muslim they give in the translation. Musaddiqan lima ma'ahum, believing in what they with them, what is with them. So this verse here saying clearly that he sent the Quran, which is approving what they have with them now, not yesterday, not a week before. Now, this is the book they have, and he approve it and he believe in it with it now. So what the need of Islam then? And you know, when you say to me that the prophet here is not in doubt about Quran, so what the point of this verse? You know, are you saying that the God of Islam, he say things for no reason and it's meaningless? Because if I say to a person, if you don't believe me, go and ask etc etc person, if this person he believe me, it's mean I am not all knowing, I am not God, because this is mean you are saying that Allah he thought that Muhammad he have a doubt in his mind about him being a prophet, so he gave him this verse. But Muhammad he don't have a doubt, so Allah was wrong, Muhammad was right. So Allah is saying to Muhammad, okay, if you have a doubt about what I gave to thee, go and ask the Christians and the Jews, for they have a book right now with them and it's a correct book. So what is the need of Muhammad? No need. This is number one. Number two, Allah he do not know if Muhammad have a doubt or not. If you are saying to me Muhammad don't have a doubt, it's mean Allah he gave a verse have no use whatsoever, because anyway you just said he will not ask the Christians and the Jews, and you said to me show me where he asked the Christian and the Jews. So why Allah saying to him ask the Christian and the Jews if you have a doubt, if you have no doubt, and he will not ask the Christian and the Jews? That's mean Allah is not all knowing and he have no idea what he's talking about. The mic is yours.
Allah said in chapter 3 verse 71, O people of the scripture, why do you confuse the truth with falsehood and conceal the truth while you know? This verse tell us that people of book mix the truth by falsehood. O people of the scripture, why do you confuse the truth with the falsehood and conceal the truth while you know? يا أهل الكتاب لما تلبسون الحق بالباطل وتكتمون الحق وأنتم تعلمون. This and so it is a lot of verse talk about this problem of people of.
Give me interpretation, Sheikh, for this verse. Can you give me interpretation you approve for this verse?
Yes. Now I back to interpretation. So. مثلا هنا في التفسير يقول يا أهل الكتاب لما تلبسون الحق بالباطل وتكتمون الحق وأنتم تعلمون. يقول يا أهل التوراة والإنجيل لم تخلطون الحق في كتبكم بما حرفتموه وكتبتموه من الباطل بأيديكم
Hmm.
وتخفون ما فيهما من صفة محمد وأن دينه هو الحق وأنتم تعلمون ذلك.
Hmm.
This one of interpreter
Okay, thank you. Well,
he said
this is a clear contradiction in the Quran, because how the Quran says that Allah He sent Quran, which is approving what they have with them right now, and then you say to them, why you are corrupting what you have with you right now? Is it corrupt, or He approve what they have with them? If you're just saying to me that they are false, they are adding false things to the book they have, then this is mean the book they have is false already. So how in chapter 2 verse number 89 says musaddiqan lima ma'ahum, believing in what they have now, not yesterday? So he was believing in the false book they have with them now, or in the true book they have with them now?
مصدقا لما معهم ليس لكل ما معهم لما معهم أي يصدق بعض ما معهم
Where do you get this from?
ويؤكده.
My friend, it says in Arabic, you speak Arabic, I speak Arabic, confirming what is with them, not some. Did you see the word Arabic in there? Ba'd? Are you adding a word to the Quran? It's not there. In English, even translation, I'm reading in front of me, it says, and when there come into them a scripture from Allah, confirming that in their possession. Confirming that in their possession. So he is confirming what they have in their possession. Whatever they have in their possession. It doesn't say some. Where in the Quran it says the word some? If you say me, if you show me the word some, I will apologize from you immediately.
There is آية إنه there is a lot verse in Quran said that they mix truth by falsehood.
Yeah, but this is if you go and read the interpretation, you will find that this is when Muhammad he went to the Jews, and they asked him about stoning to death. One of them, he put his finger in the top of it, hiding it. That's all. They did not change anything. And not only that, Muhammad in that occasion, he asked them to bring the Torah, and he put his hand over the Torah, and he took an oath in it, and he said, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. So Muhammad was taking oath in the false Torah.
No, as to Muhammad when he said آمنت بك وبمن أنزلك, when he bring the Torah, it was then brought, he then withdrew the cushion from beneath him and placed the Torah on it, saying, I believed in thee and in him who revealed thee. What the scholars said about this verse, the scholars said that the prophet means the origin of the Torah, not means this Torah that was above the cushion.
Okay, guys, look at this. The prophet, he was taking an oath on the Torah under his hand, but he don't mean this one. He mean something else. I mean, come on, Sheikh Rohi, who is the word is going to believe in this? So are you saying to me Muhammad was, I'm not insulting, you are the one who's saying that. You are saying that Muhammad, he is practicing taqiyya. He take an oath, but he don't mean it. He means something else. He said to them, bring me the book, bring me the Torah. They brought him the Torah. He put it in the couch, on the cushion. He put his hand on it, and he said, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. But according to you, he doesn't mean this book. He was fooling them. He's lying. He was believing in a book different from this book. How you say that, Sheikh Rohi?
It is not my saying, my friend. It is the scholars. They said that.
Yeah, but this means they're accusing the prophet to be a liar. You are accusing your prophet to be a liar. You know, if you take an oath now, if I give you a book, Sheikh Rohi, and you say, I believe in you, huh? Speaking to the book under your hand, you put your hand physically, and then I say, I believe in you and the one who sent you, and then you say to me, he don't mean it. So this is what? This is taqiyya, correct?
No, not taqiyya.
So what is it?
Said the original of the Torah.
He didn't say the original. What he said the word original, my friend, show me. If you show me the word original, I will commit suicide now. Show it to me. Where is the word original coming from? Are you Muslims adding words that in the mouth of your prophet?
This is the saying of scholars.
My friend, so are you following the scholar or following the prophet? The prophet, he said, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. He did not say words, it's not there. He said, I believe in thee. But let me tell you what happened. The scholars, they are trying to find a solution for this disaster. He is a prophet of God, making an oath that he believe in the Torah, but in the same time he want to tell them the Torah is corrupt. So how he take an oath of it, swearing by it, saying I believe in it, yet he don't want to accept it, because this is simply an act of somebody practicing hypocrisy. He was between the Jews, he was being hypocrite to the Jews. This is the only explanation. I'm not saying he is or he's not. This is what you are saying to me. You are saying to me, your prophet, he was with the Jews and he is hypocrite. He is taking an oath in a book. He don't believe in it. He believe actually it is corrupt, but yet he put his hand on it. I mean, who is forcing Muhammad to bring the Torah and say he is voluntarily? He said, bring me the Torah. Okay, the Jews, they brought him the Torah. He said, okay. He grabbed the cushion underneath of him and he put it in the top and under his and like he put that the book in the cushion, and he said, I believe in thee. It's not the Jews forcing him, putting a sword in his neck to say that. No, he voluntarily took the book, said, I believe in him and who revealed thee, and I believe in the Torah. So why he say that? What is the word some? Do you see the word some? No. So you have to add words in order to solve problems about your prophet. This is the whole story. And here we find that Muhammad in this stage trying to be a Jew. He want to convince the Jews that he is a Jew. He believe in what they believe.
My friend, the statement that Prophet Muhammad said by Prophet Muhammad is possible for two meaning. As to me, I think the meaning that the scholar said it, that he believe or if the original of the Torah,
Who
not
is the
the
scholar who
Torah
said
was.
that? My friend, who is the scholar who said that? Can you give me the name?
Okay, let me back to the scholar and لحظة.
Okay.
One minute, please. 1 minute, I tell you
Hmm.
who the.
I will give you some time, Dr. Rohi. Let me grab my
No, no,
coffee.
I,
I will grab
no,
my
no,
coffee, no problem.
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute,
Okay, let me
please.
grab my coffee and feel free to answer. Right.
Okay, okay. Hello? I find it. When you finish, tell me, please.
All right, doctor. Did we have the answer?
Yes, yes, I find
Go
it.
ahead.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. This is in شرح صحيح البخاري ابن حجر العسقلاني that
Mm,
he explained صحيح البخاري.
mm,
He said in chapter 13 172
mm,
يقول آمنت بك وبمن أنزلك لأن المراد أصل التوراة
mm,
فيه اكتفاء الحاكم بترجمان كذا. ويقول بعد ذلك
mm.
وعلى هذا فيحتمل ما وقع في هذه القصة على أن النبي علم أن هذا الحكم منسوخ. لا المهم يقول وكذا من استدل به على أن التوراة التي أحضرت حينئذ كانت كلها صحيحة سالمة من التبديل
Mm.
لأنه يطرقه هذا الاحتمال بعينه ولا يرده قوله آمنت بك وبمن أنزلك لأن المراد أصل التوراة. أصل التوراة هذا ما قاله ابن حجر في هذه المسألة.
And how Ibn
قال
Hajar,
المراد
he knew what the Prophet meant. You Muslims, I'm not attacking a person, but are you saying that you Muslims are God? You know what the Prophet he meant? The Prophet did not say, I mean the correct one. He did not say, I mean different one. He hold the book physically. You see, if Muhammad was making a speech in front of a group of people and he say, I believe in the Torah, okay, well, here we go, I believe in the Torah, but he mean the Torah which is not corrupt. But this is not the case. He have the book in his hand, physically holding it, taking an oath on it. And when he said, I believe in thee, he was speaking to the book. He was not speaking to the people. He is making a statement about the book he hold in his hand. So your scholar is playing as if he is God and he knew what the Prophet meant. Now I want to go with you. You are the one who said to me before, you remember when I said the Prophet tried to commit suicide? You said the Prophet did not say that. It was the guy who was narrating the hadith. So how come now in that case you don't take what the Prophet did not say, and now you do not take what the Prophet said, you take what the scholars say? In this case now you are taking over the scholar opinion over what the Prophet said. In that statement you refuse it, that the Prophet he commits suicide, because the Prophet is not the one who mentioned that. So how here the double standard work for Muslims? When they want the scholar is right, the Prophet did not mean that. When they want the Prophet meant that, and the scholars are wrong.
I said you before the statement of the Prophet is possible for two meanings.
Hmm.
As to me, I think that the scholars what said that Prophet Muhammad mean the original of Torah. I take this meaning because I find this meaning the true, the correct.
So
As I
you find it,
understand.
you don't find that the Prophet say making a correct statement. So what you need to do here, you have to balance what Muhammad did by taking what the scholar said, explaining what's happening. Obviously the Prophet, he don't mean the Torah, but yet he's holding the Torah. And don't you think this is a clear lie? Are you are saying to us that we are Muslims not to be trusted? You can give us a book and we will take an oath in it, and we will say we believe in it, but we don't believe in it. This is exactly what you are saying to me. This is the best of mankind for the Muslims. He is Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. Yet he is taking an oath, and this is confirmed by you, Dr. Rohi, the Sheikh from Al Azhar University, that he is swearing in a book. He don't mean the book. He means something else. That is extremely dangerous, and this is extremely proven to us that Muhammad cannot be a prophet, because a prophet should be truthful. He should not say something and he means something else. False oath is not a behavior of a prophet of God. This is false oath. He said, I believe in thee, speaking about a book between his hand. confirming what is between his hand. And this is what the Quran says, مصدقا لما معهم, in different verse, ما بين يديهم, confirming what is between their hands. So Muhammad taking oath about it, confirming what is between their hands and between his hand now, not their hands no more. It is his hands, and yet he don't mean it. Thank you very much for saying that. We are listening, Doctor. What do you want to say?
Okay. Okay. I said my opinion, my friend, and this, if you read in this hadith and sharh what Ibn Hajar said also what he said also. والاستدلال به لذلك غير واضح لاحتمال خصوص ذلك بهذه الواقعة فلا يدل على التعميم. انظر ماذا قال. فلا يدل على التعميم. يعني إذا كانت if the Torah that Prophet Muhammad put it above the cushion was it true, all true, this not يدل على circular of all Torah in this time.
My friend, who is this guy? He is a prophet. The prophet, he hold the Torah in his hand. He didn't say I confirm this page. He didn't say I believe in this page. He said he said give me the Torah. He did not even question them. He did not even read it. He took it, he grabbed it, he put it in the cushion. Which means he is trusting what he have in his hand, believing in it. And he says voluntarily, I believe in thee and the one who sent thee. He is not saying I believe in some. And again, you are just trying to find a solution for what your prophet did, because this is obviously an act of hypocrisy. If you don't believe in the Torah, yet he swear by the Torah, and then he say, and you Muslims say, oh, he meant he believed in some. That's mean he was fooling the Jews. Did he say to the Jews, I am fooling you, I believe only in some of it, not all of it? No. He said, I believe in thee. Did he say I believe in 2 pages, 10 pages, 5 pages of it? No. Did he say I believe in chapter 2, chapter 5, chapter 10? No. He said I believe in thee, and he said give me the Torah, not give me a chapter, not give me a page, and I want to swear by that page. The whole book brought to him from cover to cover. And you know, by the way, the Torah at that time, it was a scroll, like, you know, you roll it up. So they bought him that thing, and he put his hand on it, showing a lot of respect. Look what your prophet doing. He grabbed the cushion. He don't want to put the Torah in the floor. No, he grabbed the cushion and he put the Torah in the top of the cushion, and then he put his hand in the top of the Torah, saying I believe in thee. So why he is showing respect, taking oath in a book which is the book of the devil, obviously, because you see, the second a person he put words in that book, that is not the book of God no more. So you confirm to us that Muslims cannot be trusted, starting from Muhammad, because they can take false oath the same as their prophet. They say something, they mean something else. And now I want to ask you, as long you are insisting that the scriptures are corrupted, well, that's very funny, because this is the book of Allah, and you Muslims, you work hard trying to prove to us that the book of Allah is corrupt. How Allah can be God, but yet his book is corrupt? That is proving that Allah cannot be God. For the Quran confirm that the one who sent the Torah and the one who sent the Injil is Allah. And what the Muslims trying to say to us, that Allah cannot protect his books. How you explain the weakness of your God, Dr. Rohi, Sheikh Rohi? How Allah is weak to the point anyone can change his words? Your mic.
Okay, I said Bible and Torah not God's word, but it is Jesus' word and the meaning from God. That's to say it is revelation from God, and Jesus said it by his word.
So
because God's word,
so is the Injil
not change.
Is it the Injil? Is it the Injil the word of Allah or not?
Not word of Allah.
Well, this is not what the Quran say, my friend. I don't know where you got your degree from. If we go to chapter 3, verse number 3 in the Quran, it says, it is he who sent down to you in the truth, the book, confirming what is with them, actually not went before them, and he sent down the law of Moses and the gospel of Jesus. So the Quran says he is the one who sent the Injil, he is the one who sent the Torah, and you are saying to me this is not the word of Allah?
what we mean word of Allah.
Hmm.
What we mean when we mean word of Allah. We mean
Hmm.
in Islam word of Allah that Allah said this word character. يعني not character has been changed. So now, if you look at the Torah and the Injil,
Hmm.
Torah not revealed by Hebrew.
Hmm.
Torah, for example, Torah, Jews, when Torah
Hmm.
was revealed to Moses, were speaking ancient Egyptian language,
Hmm.
and they didn't know Hebrew yet. Jews spoke Hebrew
Hmm.
only after they occupied Palestine,
Who said that to
after
you?
Moses' death,
Who said that to you?
or scholars
Where we got
said,
this
or
from? What do you mean all the scholars? You know,
now,
my friend, what you are saying is very dangerous. Remember, you are a sheikh and you have a PhD, right? So if you say that the scholars are saying that, that's mean all the message of Islam is false. Why? Because you just said that the prophet Moses, he don't speak Hebrew, and they learn the Hebrew after they get back into the land, which is Israel. And you are saying that the Torah was not given to them in the Hebrew language. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay.
uh, after I said, because Hebrew is Canaanite language.
Hmm.
Canaanites
Hmm.
were speaking it before Jews
So why it's
speaking
called
it.
Torah? Why it's called Torah? Do you know what Torah mean?
Yes,
Yeah, what Torah mean? Tell me.
Torah, book of Jews.
This is the name of the book, but what the meaning of the word Torah? What the meaning of the word Injil?
Injil and good news.
Okay, according to which language?
Uh, Aramaic language.
Aramaic.
Aramaic
The
language.
Injil is Aramaic, really. Hmm.
Yes,
Who said
Injil.
who told you that? Where you get this information from? That the word Injil is an Aramaic word, and it means the good news.
We there from our study.
Hmm.
All, if you want. Now I don't
Yeah, but because the
have.
Torah, my friend, the Torah is a Hebrew word, and the word Injil is not Aramaic, is a Greek word. And this is again a proof that Islam is aftermarket religion, because you are saying that Moses was speaking to the Egyptian, but yet the name of his book is a Hebrew. And Jesus was speaking to the Jews, but yet the name of his book is a Greek. And the Quran says, we never sent a messenger, but he speak in the tongue of his own people. بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ. بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ. He have to be from the people, and he have to speak the tongue of the people. If you remember the story of uh, the three messengers with Allah sent, do you remember the story? He sent them to the city of Antioch. Those
Yes,
are those are three messengers. They went to a city called Antioch, right? Okay, what is the language of Antioch?
أنطاكيا عندما
Hmm.
أعتقد إنه الأراميك language.
Okay, so Jesus
But
was sent
if
to the people of Antioch, or he was sent to the Jews?
to Jews,
But the,
so Jesus was speak Hebrew.
But Antioch is not a
Do
Jewish
you
city. Is Antioch a
do you
Jewish
think
city?
that Jesus speak Hebrew
My friend,
language?
I'm going by the logic of Islam. The Islam, you say Jesus was sent only to the Jews. Okay, Antioch is not a Jewish city. This is a Greek city, and you confirm that right now. You are saying they speak Greek. No problem, regardless of this is true or not. I believe they speak Aramaic. However, I am asking you, if Jesus was a messenger only for the Jews, how the Quran confirmed that Jesus, he sent the three messengers? One, his name is Paul. The other one is Simon Peter, and the third one, some Muslim they say Barnabas, some Muslim they say John or Yohanna. So how they are three messengers of Jesus? They went to the city of Antioch, and yet you are Muslims saying that this is was a prophet, or Jesus was a prophet only for the Jews. Don't you see there's a contradiction here?
No, the Quran not said that Prophet Jesus sent three messengers. It is some of interpreters said that.
Some. Why? Why?
The,
What about you? What do you say? You, who are those three? You.
the Quran not mentioned that Jesus who said
No problem,
sent
my
that.
friend. You. What do you say? Who are those three?
I think the verse that said وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا بلسان قومه not mentioned to the language, not mentioned to the
Really?
language
Who said
that
that? Where you get this from? It's about language, because lisani qawmihi, you speak Arabic, I speak Arabic. Lisan is a tongue, language. This is what it's mean, and you can read all the interpretation. Not even one of them don't agree with me. Lisan, and the Quran confirmed that. It says we send it in the language of the people so they might understand. لعلهم يعقلون. So what is the logic? It's a good logic. We send a messenger to speak the language of those people who, so they can understand. Very simple logic. This is what the Quran is saying. And if we read the interpretation of the Islamic scholars, as you confirm yourself, that the interpretations of the scholars says, oh, those are the messengers of Jesus. Now, according to you, who are those three?
when Allah said وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا بلسان قومه ليبين لهم فيضل الله من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء وهو العزيز الحكيم. يعني ليس معنى بلسان قومه يعني أن موسى يتكلم العبرية أو المسيح يتكلم الأرامية. Not Moses speak Hebrew and Jesus speak Aramaic language, or Muhammad speak Arabic. It is clear speaking, but المقصود بلسان قومه that the prophet, every prophet, when he sent to the his folk, he was know his culture, their culture, how they think, how they feel, how they what their need, what their hope, how he know all thinker. يعني المقصود انه يتكلم ثقافة قومه وروحهم وعواطفهم
How
وحاجاتهم
somebody
وأعمالهم.
will speak the culture and the history of those people, but you don't speak their language. I mean, don't you think this is really what you said is out of control? If we read the Tafsir al-Jalalain, he said, not me, and we have not sent any messenger except in the tongue with the language of his people. And this is the case for all the scholars. Suddenly, according to you, Sheikh Rohi, that this is not about a language. This is about he know the culture. So you know the culture without knowing the language. I never heard of such a thing before. So I go to India right now, and I'm going to know the culture of the Indian, but yet I do not speak the language. How that can happen? In order to know the culture, you have to know the language. And the Quran confirmed that Allah He sent the Quran in Arabic for for a reason. Why is that? So they might understand. So you are denying again what the Quran says, even about the Arabic Quran. Why the Quran is in Arabic? Because Muhammad was sent to the Arab, so they might understand. Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum ta'qulun. So we send it to you in Arabic book. Why? Why it's in Arabic? So you might understand. You might understand. Read it. So you are denying the logic of the Quran. You are denying what your God Allah He said. It's just to escape that the Quran is full of errors, claiming that Jesus is a messenger for the Jews, but yet his book, his name is in Greece, and you just confirm that yes, it was in Greek. And Moses, he gave his book, as you said, in the ancient Egyptian language, not in the Hebrew. But yet this is against the Quran, and the Quran confirmed that Allah He gave the book to Muhammad, and Muhammad is just a prophet, the same as any prophet, in Arabic, so they might understand. And this is contradiction for Muslims claiming that Muhammad is a messenger for all mankind, because you cannot explain the Quran today to anyone. You Muslims, you have tons of thousands of explanation for the Quran, and none of them match anyone. And every scholar he gave me different verse, different meaning, and you just gave me one. You just said that the Torah and the Gospel are not the book of Allah. And I cannot find one scholar support what you said. Can you show me one scholar, Sheikh Rohi, Imam Rohi, Dr. Rohi, accept what you said, that the Torah is not the book of Allah and the Injil is not the book of Allah? Remember, you are recorded. Muslim themselves, they will take you accountable for what you are saying. The Muslim themselves are going to ask you questions. Actually, I'm going to open the mic if you don't mind after maybe an hour or half hour. It's up to you. And because some Muslims, they have a question for you, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So how you are saying, what is your proof that the Torah and the Injil is not the book of Allah? If there is any scholar support what you just said to us, or this is your own new sect of Islam?
Look, my dear, I want to clear what the mean of بلسان قومي, then I explain what word of Allah. When Jesus sent to the people of Israel, he strike example from really of his people. For example, he them example girls and wedding, and example of farmer, or example of garden of grapes, or example the narrow doors. All these example from the reality of the people in this time. This is what mean بلسان قومي, يعني بلسان حالهم, يتحدث بلسان حالهم من ثقافتهم ومن واقعهم.
What scholar said that, my friend? I'm asking you, what scholar said that? The explanation you just gave me. I gave you a Jalalain, I can give you Ibn Abbas, I can give you Al-Tabari, I can give you any scholar you want. None of them agree with you. Can you give me a scholar agree with you? Why a Jalalain is saying the language? Is he lying? Is a Jalalain lying when he said the language? Why he's adding the word languages if it's not about language?
Yes.
Why
as the tafsir أو the Jalalain أو القرطبي, it is we don't take everything they tell us.
So you know, we take what we like. We take what we like. You know, Islam is very selective religion, and the Muslim is like a guy going to the grocery store. He grab from the shelf what he like. So there's no rules, and there's no respect for the religion. And those sheikhs, who you Muslims call them scholars, they fabricate meaning. Because remember, fabrication is not only about fabricating a word; it's about fabricating a meaning. So you Muslims, you are saying to me, confirming to me, that your Muslim scholars, they lie about what Allah meant. They fabricate meaning, it's not there. And we Muslims, every one of us, he can come with his own meaning.
My friend, I don't fabricate.
No, not you. I'm not saying it's you. You are saying this is. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying that Tafsir Ibn Abbas, Tafsir Al-Jalalain, Tafsir Al-Qurtubi, Tafsir Al-Tabari, all of them, they are a bunch of liars. They are fabricating, because all of them, they have the word language, except you. So you are the truthful, they are the liar. Obviously, one of you is telling the truth. Who is the one telling the truth here? Sheikh Dr. Rohi, or Al-Jalalain, or Al-Qurtubi, or Al-Tabari, or whatever? Why all of them, they are adding the word language if it is not, should not be there? Explain to me.
Yes. Do you hear about one famous historian, Margilius? Margilius is Christians.
Margilius.
What he say?
What Margilius have to do with us now?
Yes. No,
my friend, I don't go by scholars. I go by what my God he said. I don't go by any scholar. I'm asking you now, don't change the topic. You Muslims go by the interpretation. You Muslims give interpretation for the Quran, and you are the Muslims who is giving me interpretation now. Not a single Muslim in the world agree with you. So I'm asking you, based on what you came with this, that the Torah and the Injil is not the word of Allah. Show me one place. The Quran is full of statements saying that Allah is the one who sent the Torah, Allah is the one who sent the Injil. And we showed you where a prophet of Islam taken oath in it. And you are the one who said, yes, he's taken oath, but maybe in the original one. He's taking oath in the original one. Why? Because it's from Allah. But you just say to us, no, Moses did not receive a Torah from Allah. This is not the book of Allah. And the Injil is not the book of Allah. Since when this is coming? I never heard of a sheikh in the world ever. Actually, I heard a guy from Pakistan just a week ago saying the same thing. This is sound like a new sect. Are you a Muslim Sunni Sheikh Rohi, or you are a new sect in Islam?
Yes, I am a Muslim son.
Okay, which is sheikh in Islam, which is sect, what, where the Sunni in the world they believe? Show me one page. It says that the Torah and the Injil are not the book of Allah.
We must discuss this, my friend, to understand what I mean. We must. Why?
Okay.
When we said Torah ليست كلام الله, what is meant? It means that Prophet Muhammad will informs Quran as he heard it from God. Not character has been changed. But according to Torah and Bible, there is a different situation, because Bible and Torah is Jesus' word and the meaning from God. Do you understand
But
me?
this is not what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying that Allah is the one who sent the Torah. Even Allah, my friend, let me. Yes, you are a person who have a PhD, but look like you don't have a good memory. Isn't it the Quran says that Allah he gave the Torah written by the hand of Allah to Moses in the tablet? So how he wrote the Torah for him? He wrote the Torah for him by his hand, and he gave it to him written by his hand on a tablet. And yet you are saying to me the Torah Moses he had is not the book of Allah. I mean, I never heard of such a thing before.
Yes, but when Moses said that it is changed, Allah said in the Quran that it changed.
He did not say it. He did not say it. He wrote for him the tablet. So is that the tablet? Is it the book? Is it the Torah or not?
The Torah, and I said.
But you say that the Torah is not the book of Allah. You say the Torah was given to Moses by mouth and to same to Jesus. But now, because I reminded you of a verse in the Quran, you try to fix yourself.
You don't understand me, my friend.
My friend, you are the one who doesn't understand yourself. You said clearly that the Torah is not the book of Allah. I'm not talking about the Torah in my hand or in your hand. I'm talking about the Torah mentioned in the Quran. The Torah mentioned in the Quran, is it sent by Allah or sent by somebody else? You said no, it's not sent by Allah, because Allah he did not give them a book. He spoke to them, and then it's written. They delivered in the languages of the people of the ancient Egyptian. This is what you said, but this is false, because Allah he gave the Torah to Moses written in the language of Moses, and the Muslim believe that all the books of Moses given in the tablet, not only the Ten Commandments as the Jews believe. So here you have a problem. You contradicted yourself saying that Allah did not send the Torah. You are not talking about the Torah in my hand. You are talking about the Torah in the time of Moses. Everybody heard you saying that the Torah in the time of Moses he spoke to the Egyptian. You are not talking about the Torah today when you deny it, saying this is not the book of Allah. So when Moses gave the Torah to his people, they were in Egypt, according to you, that is not the book of Allah as you said. But this is contradiction from what the Quran is saying to us, as we see in front of us, that Allah he wrote all the Torah in tablet and delivered by hand to Moses in chapter 7 verse number 145.
Yes. Moses, do you know Moses was born in Egypt and lived in Egypt, so he speak ancient Egyptian language.
So what is
so he don't speak.
So what does have to do with denying that this is the book of Allah? So if Moses at that time he speak Egyptian, or he speak Japanese, or he speak Chinese, so if Allah saying this is the book I gave to Moses, this is the book of God gave to Moses, so how you say to me? So look what you are saying. You are saying that Allah he gave Moses a book, but Moses he translated to different language, and that will make it not the book of Allah. Are you saying that?
Not Musa.
Allah gave the book to who?
Jews.
Allah gave the book to who? Did he give it to Moses or someone else? Okay.
Musa,
what happened with that book?
But Allah don't tell us that give to Musa from Hebrew. by Hebrew language.
So what Allah told
So
you?
he give the Torah to Musa.
Okay, what the
That
so why the Torah is called Torah, which is a Hebrew word, but the book is not in Hebrew? I mean, imagine
uh,
I use an English word as a name of my book, but my book have not a single English word inside it. And you just said that the Hebrew at that time is not even exist. So if the Hebrew is not exist, how the book called Torah, which is a Hebrew word?
the scholars said that the Jews speak Hebrew after they occupied Palestine after Moses' death.
My friend, doesn't matter. I'm asking you
Say,
if they do that after or before, as long the Hebrew, as you said, is not exist. Why Allah called the book Torah? He should call it a different thing. He should call it an Egyptian name because he gave them Egyptian book.
not Egyptian book, but the Torah
So what it
revealed
was?
by
What the language? Sheikh Rohi, can you make it clear? What is the language Allah gave to Moses? The book He gave to Moses in which language? Please make it clear for us because I'm getting confused now about. You keep saying it's not Hebrew because Hebrew does not exist and they were in Egypt. So what the language Allah He gave the Jews their book written in? What is the language?
ancient Egyptian language.
Thank you very much, guys. Be my witness. It's an ancient Egyptian language. So is that book was given to all the Jews or to all the Egyptian or whoever live in Egypt?
To the Jews, because the Jews was speak ancient Egyptian language. They was live in Egypt for 100 years.
So why the
They
Quran
don't
said,
speak
my friend, you see, I don't know who was your teacher. I don't mean to insult in the Azhar University, but isn't it the Quran says that Moses he offered the Pharaoh to convert to Islam? Yes or no?
what? I don't understand you.
Did
Repeat your
did Musa
question,
did
please.
Musa in the Quran invited the Pharaoh to convert to Islam?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He
So,
con
but
he
but the Pharaoh is not a Jew. You told me that this book sent to the Jew only, but then it's sent to the Jew, so we invite the Egyptian.
he not for a Jews. The for all human. They
My friend, you just
invite
said
to one God.
this is a
One God.
book for the Jews. I just asked you a second ago. Now you retreat, you changed the answer. It's recorded. I asked you, Dr. Rohi, is this the book only for the Jews or for all the Egyptian or whoever live in Egypt? You said it is for the Jews. So how it is the book for the Jews, but yet he is inviting the Pharaoh who is not a Jew to convert to Islam?
He go to Pharaoh to take people of Israel. Give me people of Israel when he
My
go
friend,
to
is the Pharaoh from the people of Israel?
no,
So,
but
but you
he
just
was
you, Sheikh, you just said that this book was sent only to the Jews, to the people of Israel. You said that. I asked you a question. I said, is this book was sent to whoever live in Egypt, or it is for the Jews only, or for the Egyptian? You said no, only for the Jews. And again, it is recorded. So how they are inviting the Pharaoh to convert to Islam?
because he not of the Jews, especially for the Jews,
Huh?
but
You are the one who
all
said to me it's especially for the Jews. You just said that you Muslims you make speeches that Jesus was only a messenger for the Christian for the Jews. Moses was only a messenger for the Jews, and Muhammad international messenger. Suddenly now Pharaoh is okay. Pharaoh is okay. You know that if the Pharaoh if the Pharaoh convert, the whole nation will follow the king. So what do you mean? It's a it says it clearly. He invited the Pharaoh to convert to Islam, and the Pharaoh refused.
he go to the Pharaoh.
It doesn't matter,
Musa
my friend. Is he
Moses
a messenger for the Jews or he is a messenger for the Pharaoh?
Yes, for a Jews, but
So why he is
he
so,
invite everyone. He
my
not.
friend, if he invite everyone, that means he is not a messenger for the Jews only. You just said invite everybody. Come on. You see, I don't know what's wrong in how you Muslims think. If I invite everybody, it's mean everybody. When you say everyone, it's mean it's not. He is not a messenger for the Jews. So how you say such a thing? Obviously, Islam is full of contradiction, and you are confused how to answer this. It is a book sent by Allah. Allah cannot protect it. And this is what the Muslim they say to us. Yes, Allah he sent 124,000 prophets, and every prophet he sent him a book, and he sent the Torah, and he sent the gospel, and now we are trying to find a solution how the Torah and how the Injil is a change. So what do you say to us? Oh, okay, Allah he sent the Torah, but you remember that the people used to speak Egyptian. Who care what they speak? If Allah he sent the Torah in which language, I don't care. It is his book, and you are denying it to be it is his book. And now when we ask you, is Musa sent in the book in the Torah as in Hebrew, you said no, Hebrew does not exist. But yet the book, his name is Torah, which is a Hebrew word. So Allah he was calling it Hebrew before it was became Hebrew. And then the book is sent to the language of the people. You said no, it's not the language, it's about the culture. But here we go, you are just confirming that Allah sent Musa to Pharaoh, inviting him to convert to Islam. But you confirm in the same time that Moses was a messenger only for the Jews. Imagine, guys, I am a messenger only for the, let us say, Egyptian. But then I go to Trump, I go to the White House, and he said Trump convert to Islam. But if Trump convert to Islam, that will not make a Trump an Egyptian. He is a redhead man, he is a blonde man, and that means I became a messenger for people who they are not from my people, which is against the Quran. And when we ask Sheikh Rohi, where you get this interpretation that this is not about about the language, he cannot give us one scholar go with him. Obviously, Sheikh Rohi is creating a new sect of the Muslim Sunni. I don't know what they call it.
Yes.
Hmm.
I ask you, my friend, how Jews speak Hebrew when they live in Egypt for 100 years and speak ancient Egyptian language?
My friend, that will not
And
change.
Moses,
My friend,
born in
my
Egypt,
friend,
and
that will not change
speak
anything.
ancient.
We are talking about what Allah he sent, not what the Jews. The Jews are Jews. They are human. Wherever they go, if they go to China, they speak Chinese. They live in Assyria, they speak Assyrian. Doesn't matter. The question is, you are saying that Allah did not send the Torah and he did not send the gospel, the Injil, and you are saying that the Quran is speaking about the tongue is not about the language, which is absolutely not true, because all Muslims confirm that this is about the language. And when we ask you, was Allah sending the Torah to the Jews or to international society, you said to the Jews only. But the Quran in front of us says in chapter 10 verse number 75, then after them sent we Moses and Aaron to the Pharaoh. Who is the one who sent? He sent them in purpose, not in his way. He saw them and he, like he say, hey, convert to believe in Allah. No, Allah sent them Moses and sent them Aaron, both as messengers of Allah to the Pharaoh. But the Pharaoh is not a Jew, and he is not a Hebrew, and he is not from the nation of Israel. So here we have a very clear contradiction. But in order to save the problem, you come with a theory which is very confusing. You yourself, you cannot prove it. And here we go in front of everybody. Can you show me the scholar who say that the verse I gave you about the tongues have nothing to do in chapter 14 verse number 4 have nothing to do with the language? Can you show me one scholar agree with you?
Is what first? Please read this.
Chapter 14 verse number 4.
14.
Hmm.
لحظة. 1 to this verse. I don't know what this. Can you read this, please? Can you read this, please?
No problem. وما أرسلنا من رسول. Let us open the verse.
نعم إلا بلسان
Yes,
قوم.
okay.
نعم نعم. So this. وما أرسلنا من رسول إلا بلسان قومه ليبين لهم فيضل الله من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء وهو العزيز الحكيم in chapter إبراهيم.
All right.
The scholars of the مفسرين الجلالين the old interpreters said that speak Muhammad speak Arabic, Musa speak Hebrew, but I don't believe in this.
Okay, so you are coming with a new interpretation now. The scholars of the Ummah, of the nation, they have interpretation agree with me. You come in with a new interpretation. How is that? Are you allowed as a Muslim Sunni to come with a new interpretation and forgetting about the scholars of the nation who they are more close in time to the Prophet? How we can do that? And who is the one who's going to agree with you? Like, did you present Sheikh Rohi when you took your PhD in the Azhar University? Did you present your theory about this and the Azhar accept it? Do the Azhar approve your
Yes.
They accept it. Do you have a book, Sheikh Rohi?
Yes.
Do you have a book?
Yes, I have a book.
Can you give us the name of the book so I can show it on the screen, please? If you have a link, if you don't mind, so people will know, because some people they want to know who is Sheikh Rohi. So if you don't mind, if you have a book written by you and maybe somebody wanna buy it, you know, from the Muslims or any, I can show it in the screen. What the name of the book?
If you want my book, see my website.
Okay.
All this what I say to you in this on my site.
What the name of your book?
It is not يعني mention of this book.
You said you have a book and it's not mentioned. What do you mean? Is it a book or it's not a book?
Yes, I have a book. If you want, I
please
sent you my book.
Okay, give me a link for your book, please, so we can review, but the name and where we can find it.
He's not in a link, but I have a book in with me. I sent you later, inshallah.
What the name of the book?
My book is مفاهيم قرآنية قراءة أخرى. المفاهيم القرآنية قراءة.
Let me search for it. مفاهيم
القرآنية قراءة أخرى. Another reading.
القرآنية قراءة أخرى. All right. I will search for it. مفهوم القراءة. Okay. في كتاب مفاهيم قرآنية. Okay, let's see. مفاهيم قرآنية. I see here somebody making an article about it. Okay, it says here, but the book here I found, it's called, I don't know, maybe this is a different one. مفاهيم قرآنية رؤية معاصرة. This is a different one.
I send you later.
Okay, so, but can you send me a link right now, because people they are asking, especially Muslims, you know, they want to see who is Dr. Rohi. Actually, some of them they are saying, some of them even saying that you know, I'm not the one saying that, don't take me wrong. Some of the Muslims saying that you are not even a Muslim, and they said we cannot find a sheikh, his name is Rohi in Azhar University. So this is why I wanna show them your book, if you don't mind. So Muslims, Christians, everybody will know who is Dr. Rohi.
I am a Muslim Sunni, have PhD in Azhar, but I want to tell all my name now for a reason, special reason of according to me.
So the book name is مفاهيم قرآنية قراءة أخرى, correct?
قراءة أخرى. This is one of my book. This is one of my book.
Okay, because what is the other book's names?
القلق النفسي، دراسة في التحليل النفسي والتفسير.
القلق النفسي، دراسة
التحليل النفسي والتفسير.
So like the Dr. Rohi is a very active person. He write books. I mean, it's not like he is very active, but I don't know. I'm trying to find the book. Is it sold in Amazon, something like this?
No, no, no. It is maybe he is not in the internet, but I send you later,
All right, no problem.
inshallah.
No problem. So let us make it simple, Dr. Rohi. The scholars, and you agreed with me, that all the scholars, they agree that this is about a language. But you yourself, you don't agree it's about a language. And what make you think it's not about a language? Why you fly out of the team? All the Islamic scholars, they say this is about a language, as we saw At-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Jalalain, etc., Ibn Abbas. Not even a single one did not go and say it is about language. Yet you say it's not a language. So why you, a person who have a PhD, come to this conclusion?
We can't close يعني نغلق the door of interpretation.
Yeah, but you have to have a reason. What
Quran,
is your reason?
because when he said when he said بلسان قومه ف I said ليس معنى بلسان أن موسى يتكلم العبرية، المسيح يتكلم مثلا الأرامية، محمد يتكلم العربي. هذا الكلام من قبيل توضيح الواضحات، لا تفيد شيئا. لابد أن كل رسول يبعث باللغة التي يتكلم بها قومه. لا يعقل أن يأتي رسول للعرب مثلا يتكلم العبرية، لا يعقل أن يأتي يتكلم لليهودية يتكلم العربية. فلذلك أنا أقول لك بالعربية ماذا أقصد. فالمقصود بلسان يعني قومه أن الرسل لم يكونوا مثل مثلا مفكرين معاصرين يتبادلون آراء فلسفية سياسية التي لا يفهمها عوام الناس. الرسول ليس مفكر مثلا اشتراكي أو تقدمي، إنما بلسان قومه يتكلم من ثقافة قومه، من روحهم، من عواطفهم، يدخل كلامه في قلوبهم بسهولة ويسر، لأنه يضرب لهم أمثلة واقعية كما كان كثير من مثلا عندما جاء المسيح كان يضرب للناس الأمثلة من واقعهم، مثل العذارى، الزراع، ابن صاحب الكرم، الباب الضيق، حبة الخردل، الخروف الضال.
Yeah, but he speaks the
كذلك
language.
موسى يخاطب الناس من واقعهم.
Sheikh, let me translate to the people
Yes,
so they will not get confused and we're
this
speaking Arabic.
بلسان this is what meaning of بلسان
Okay,
قومي.
we will see.
بلسان
We will
قومي
see.
يعني من واقع.
Okay, guys, he's saying, let me translate what he said. He said, as an example, the Messiah, he was speaking to the people, giving them parables about like stories and from their lifestyle. And this is what he mean by lisan. It's a culture. It's about knowing the culture of the people. But Sheikh Rohi, listen carefully. When your prophet in the hadith, he said the word bilisan, and he give us the explanation for the word lisan. Are you going to say your prophet he got it wrong too? If we go to Sahih al-Bukhari, it says the prophet said, near the establishment of the hour, there will be the day of Harj, and the religious knowledge will be taken away, which means vanish, and general ignorance will be spread. Abu Musa said, Al-Harj in the Ethiopian language mean killing. If we go to different hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, it says, the prophet said, Al-Harj and Harj is in the Ethiopian language mean killing. What is the translation for the Ethiopian language? It says bilisan al-habasha al-qatlu. So your prophet, he always used the word bilisan, and it means only language. I can give you tons of hadith. Your prophet using the word lisan. He is not talking about the culture. He's talking about the tongue. Here, if we go in different in different hadith, it says فَاكْتُبُوهُ بِلِسَانِ قُرَيْشٍ فَإِنَّمَا نَزَلَ بِلِسَانِهِمْ فَفَعَلُوا ذَلك. Translation: this is a story about Uthman. Uthman, the book, the Quran today, the Muslims don't have Quran. They have a book. It's called Mushaf Uthman. Even that book does not exist actually. They have what they call copy of Uthman. Uthman called Aziz, etc., and then he said to them, when they wrote the manuscript of the Holy Quran, He said to them, uh, let me highlight so you guys can read with me. In the form of a book, several copies, Uthman said to the three Qurayshi person, people Qurayshi mean people from the tribe of Quraysh, if you differ with Zayd bin Thabit in any point of the Quran, then write it in the language of Quraysh. What is the word is used here is lisan. You see it, Sheikh Rohi? Lisan. So he said, don't. What, does that mean write it in the culture of Quraysh, or it's mean the language of Quraysh? So the Arab always use the word lisan as a word mean language. Suddenly you coming from the middle of nowhere with a new meaning for it, and here the word is appearing twice or three times in the same hadith. In the lisan of Quraysh, in the lisan of Quraysh, in the lisan of Quraysh. Do you see it? Here we go. I will show it to you in Arabic. I will show it to you in English. Here it says, فاكتبوه بلسان قريش فإنما نزل بلسانهم ففعلوا ذلك. Write it in the tongue of Quraysh, for it sent in their tongue again. So he repeat the word lisan twice. And this is cannot be a culture. This is about a language, how they speak, how they talk. Their language is different from what other people they speak, how they speak Arabic. So فاكتبوه بلسان قريش فإنما نزل بلسانهم ففعلوا ذلك. Send it by, write it down by the tongue of Quraysh. Are you saying to me that Uthman, he do not know what the word lisan mean to, and he was confused? He is ordering them to write it in the tongue of Quraysh, but he meant the culture of Quraysh. How you can write the Quran in the culture of Quraysh if the word lisan mean culture?
Okay, my friend, give me 5 minutes. I
No
return
problem.
to you, inshallah.
No problem.
Yes.
Take your time, my friend. Take care. I hope I wasn't hard, was I? Actually, I did not eat yet. I'm so weak. I'm so tired. I didn't sleep yesterday. You see, guys, when I say to you, it doesn't matter how big they are, PhD, professor, I mean, who care? I go down if you are a kid. I go up if you claim to be a scholar, and still you will not answer me, and you are no match. You are no match. It doesn't matter who are you. Actually, the bigger you are, the easiest it is. Remember, guys, if any one of you would like to learn about Islam, don't forget you can go to Amazon and look for my books. I have a new books release. Actually, it's #1 now in Islamic mythology, and that because it looked like many of you is ordering the book already. It's called Allah in 6. If you search it in Amazon, uh, it appearing as #1, as somebody told me. I did not check really. In the Islamic in mythology. This book is about sexuality in Islam. However, I have a list of books explain Islam very well. You know, the same I talk, by the way, my books is the same as I talk right now. You heard me with anyone. It's exactly me. You will notice right away this is me, you know, from the way I talk. My book is no different from me speaking to you here. I speak in a very simple way. I don't make things complicated. I help you to think. I will not think for you, but I help you to think with me, so we can reach into a conclusion. And if you notice, I'm talking to a scholar, supposedly. I am helping him to think. Did you notice that? I am helping him because he did not get it yet. This religion is the religion of confusion. They claim to be scholars, but in Islam there's no scholar, because simply it's a very confusing religion. Everybody have an answer. Everybody will give you new interpretation. Everybody wanna try. You know, remember when I mentioned to him last time, I said to him, let us go to the book of Asbab al-Nuzul or Tafsir. He said those books are written to solve a problem. Well, isn't it you now giving a new interpretation to solve a problem? Isn't it you trying to run away from the true interpretation of your scholars, making a new interpretation because you got them. Now you notice that this is really bad. Those sheikhs are really bad. They get the prophet busted. People today are more educated. Those questions maybe never been asked before. So now we have to change the interpretation. We cannot stop the interpretation. You know what kind of religion this religion is? The scholars against the scholars. You see, Muslims are against the Christians, but the Muslims don't agree with the Muslims. Sunni don't agree with Sunni. Shia don't agree with Shia. Shia don't agree with Sunni. And we are talking about the same cult, the same sect. Still, they are contradicting each other because every one of them trying to be smart, trying to find a solution for a problem. For Islam is a problem, is not a religion. The second you believe in this cult, you are doomed. You are high with drugs and you have no idea what to say. So when you debate a Muslim, he is not weak because he is weak, but he is weak because Islam is a stupid religion. He said he will be back in 5 minutes, and we will see if he will be back. We hope so. Let us see here. And guys, if you have already my any of my books, especially the last one, Allah and Sex, don't forget to make your honest review. Now my books is not like there's books they put a lot of words there like blah 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 blah. It is a flood of reference. As you see here, the guy, before he finish I give him something else, before he finish I give him something else, and even I don't need to think about it. It's just there in my head. And this is how I write my books. I don't sit, I have a pre-idea to write. I know I will write about sex and Allah, and then ideas they come one after one. The Muslims, they used to, let us say, speak to Christians who want to teach them about Jesus. You know what I mean? Let me tell you about Jesus. Let me tell you about the Bible. Well, the Muslims don't believe in the Bible anyway, so it's like you are trying to install a new software in a computer, have a infection with virus. You have to format first. You have to format the computer, clean it from the virus. So before we tell the Muslims about Jesus, and I am a Christian and I'm proud to be a follower of the Messiah, he's my Lord. Before we go to that step, we have to format the computer. We have to show them that this is a book of ignorance. This is a book of confusion, and God don't bring confusion. He said 5 minutes. I hope he will be back in 5 minutes. What is the Trinity? Here we go. You see, the second you ask the Muslims a question, he have no answer for it. He says, what is the Trinity? Let me tell you what the Trinity, you Abdul. The Trinity is God, is called Allah. He say he is not created, and his Quran is not created. Then he sent Islam by 3, him and Jibreel and Muhammad. And then he recite the Quran, opening the Quran by 3 names, Allah and the Rahman and the Rahim. And then he said to you, if you commit sin, you fast 3 days. And then he says to you, if you divorce your wife 3 times, you cannot remarry her again. And then he says to you that Allah, he sent the most mighty messengers, which is Moses and Jesus and Muhammad. And he says to you that my name is 99, which is the multiply of number 3. And you are telling me what the Trinity is? Yes, Sheikh Rohi. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, Sheikh Rohi, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. لحظة. How the voice now?
I don't know what happened. Your voice is kind of. Do you have a fan on or something?
No.
Okay,
How
can you
how
call
the
me back
voice?
because the voice is bad. It's like there's a noise. Speak
Voice
now.
now is bad.
It's low.
How the
Somehow it is
voice?
low. What happened? I mean, a second ago it was fine. My microphone is
No.
far away from from your mouth.
I don't know the problem.
Let me call you back. Hold
Give
on.
me that.
Let me call you back. Maybe he did not say. Hello? Sheikh Rohi?
Hello. Hello. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I don't know what happened. Your voice is very down. What happened?
Let me do restart.
Restart your pal talk and come back, please, because it was fine a second ago. I think there's a problem.
Okay.
Hmm. I hope today the Muslims will learn something they never heard before. But anyway, each time we do broadcast, there is people, they come and listen to me for 10 years and they said to me, we thought after listening to you for 10 years we learn it all, but each time we listen to you we hear something new. Do you follow Paul preaching a moon? My friend, the Quran says that Paul is the mighty messenger of Allah. And this is how funny the Muslims are. They accuse Paul, call him names when the Quran says Paul is a messenger of Allah. Why? Because the dad says so. Because Zakir Naik said so. Brother Titter, the Christians today, they are not following the Prophet Jesus. They are following a guy, his name is Paul. Like, you idiot, it's in the Quran. The books of the Muslim Sunni everywhere says Paul is a messenger of Allah. So why we should not follow the teaching of Paul, you idiot? Muslims are copy paste. Nobody wanna read his own books. I'm not asking him even to read the Christian books. Read your books. Stop digging for boogers. Dig for education. A Muslim sit in the front of the TV watching Zakir Naik digging for his booger, and Zakir Naik said, brother sister, the sister, they're asking question. How come in the heaven of Allah the women he will not have hur, while the man he will have hur? First of all, the word hur in the Quran is not a male or female. It's a plural name. What the heck? The word hur in the Quran is not a male or female. The Quran says they never bleed. The word hur is not male and female. 10,000 idiots watching Zakir Naik and nobody said to him, read the verse after it, you idiot. It says that there's no man and no genie did bing bing to them. No man. Yes, we follow the teaching of Paul. For Paul, he speak for God. For Paul, he is a messenger of the Messiah, and he is teaching what the Messiah taught him. Do you have a problem with that? And you Muslims, you claim that Paul is your messenger too. This is how stupid you are. And you did not answer what I said to you. Why the Quran says, and why the scholars of Islam says that Paul is a messenger of Allah if he is a bad person? Hypocrite people. They don't know what is written in their books. Where the Quran says that? Okay, hold on. When the Dr. Rohi call, I will get you busted. Hello? Hello? Dr. Rohi, you hear me?
Hello,
Okay, talk please.
hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Now the sound is good. Perfect, perfect. Dr. Rohi, there's a guy. He is a Muslim. His name is Saud Hassan. You hear me?
Now,
This guy, he's a
do you hear
Muslim.
me?
Yes,
How
yes,
how
yes.
the voice now?
It's
How the
it's
voice now?
it's perfect, perfect, very good. This guy, he's a Muslim. His name is Saud Hassan. He is asking about chapter
Now,
36, verse number 14. chapter chapter 36 verse number 14 is speaking about the three messengers was sent by Allah to the city of Antioch. Who are they, those three messengers? He want to know.
The Quran not mentioned to these messengers.
All right, but who are they,
in
those messengers?
Surah Yasin.
Who are they, those messengers?
The Prophet not tell us, the Quran not tell us. How I tell you?
So how we will know now? Like, are you saying the Quran is a confusing book again? You know, Allah he sent the three messengers. He told us about them, but he don't want to tell us who are they. Why is it? What is the mystery for? I mean, what is the secret for? How come he tell us the name of Jesus? He tell us the name of Idris. He tell us of names of people we never heard of Luqman, etc. But yet now they have three messengers, all of them in one packet or in one box, and yet you are saying that the Quran did not tell us who are they.
Yes, but I don't confirm to you, so because the Quran not mentioned to
My friend,
this,
but you as a scholar, if your son,
Prophet
messenger,
three messengers.
Sheikh, the guy there, he is a Muslim and he want to know. So what we will say to him? We will say to him that no Muslim knows who are they.
Yes, and I said to him, no, we don't know this messengers.
So how come
because Allah don't.
How come the scholars they say that those are Paul and John and Simon Peter? Why the scholars saying that?
To be honest, I don't know why the scholar said that.
So, but you confirm. But you confirm.
The Prophet Muhammad don't said that, and Allah don't said that. So how they said that?
Okay. So, but you confirm that the scholars of the Muslim Sunni they agree that those are three messengers of Isa. Yes or no?
I don't confirm this is Isa.
No. I'm saying the scholars of the Muslim Sunni confirm that those are the messenger of Isa. Yes or no?
Not all scholars, my friend.
All of them. Who is the scholar?
Some of them.
I have the most famous ones in Islam. At-Tabari, an example in front of me. It says, and they said those are the messengers of Isa, the son of Maryam, and he is the one who sent them. And that city they call it Antakya, the city of Antioch. And you agree with me that this is a city about Antioch before, you know. So who are they, those three messengers? You do not know. The Muslim scholar says that they are Paul and John and Simon Peter. Why they say that? You said you do not know. So how come the Muslims through centuries nobody questioned those scholars, says to them, why you are saying such a thing? You Muslim don't question your scholars when he says something. Why you are saying that?
I guess they saying that according to the people of Israel. The people,
but they are not. You see how you can say, my friend, the people of Israel are not Christians. You Muslims keep accusing the Jews of things, but the Jews don't believe in Jesus anyway. Most of them, the Jews, this is why they call them Jews. So how they are the scholars of Islam, not the Jews. They say that those three messengers are the messengers of Jesus, and one of them is Paul, and one of them is John, and one of them is Simon Peter. Why they say such a thing? And you just said the Quran and Muhammad never said so.
I guess from the story from people of the book, there is a lot of stories, but it is not true stories.
Okay, so
are you saying in the tafsir books?
Yeah, are you saying that tafsir? Are you saying that tafsir is not a truthful? Those sheikhs are liars. They are taking lies and putting it as explanation for the Quran.
No, not liars. Look, my friend. Sometimes revelations causes wasn't true because some Muslim, when Allah was reveals the new Quran to the Prophet, they were thinking that the Quran revealed for some reasons. Why?
Hmm.
Now, the question here, why the interpreters wrote this in their books?
Why?
It is for many reasons. It is for many reasons, like as honesty to write everything that they was hearing. Maybe this is true.
Hearing.
Also, some of them.
So you Muslims explain
What?
the Quran. Are you saying you Muslims explain the Quran based on what the Christians explain the Quran? Who is the one explaining the Quran
Maybe.
here? What do you mean maybe? What do you mean maybe? Guys, this is very dangerous. We just heard Sheikh Rohi, Dr. Rohi saying that Al-Jalalain, Ibn Abbas, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, all Ibn Kathir, they are explaining the Quran based in what the Christian believe. So what is the point of Islam if you cannot explain the Quran unless we go and ask the Christians? You are saying to me, we Muslims, we cannot explain our book in independent way based in Allah's statement, because Allah's statement is very plain, doesn't say anything, mean nothing. In order to understand, we have to go to Christian Prince. Hey Christian Prince, can you explain to us what this verse mean? Okay, Christian Prince, he hold the Quran, he say, okay, this is about Paul, and this is about Simon Peter, and this is about John. And then you Muslims, you take what Christian Prince said, your name is Ibn Kathir, your name is Al-Tabari, Al-Qurtubi, and you write, oh okay, this verse mean that those three messengers are the messengers of Isa, and the names of the messengers is Paul and Simon Peter and Barnabas or Shamun. I mean, how in the world you are telling me this? Sheikh, this is dangerous. That means Islam is not a religion. That means Islam is nothing. How you say that? Go ahead.
There is a lot narrators take from كعب الأحبار ووهب ابن منبه وغيرهم and all the Jews.
Is Ka'b al-Ahbar a Muslim or not? Is Ka'b al-Ahbar is a Muslim or he is not?
Islam.
My friend, is Ka'b al-Ahbar is a Muslim? Okay, yes. So why you are saying from the people of the book, he is not from the people of the book no more? Secondly, you Muslim scholars, do you agree with somebody just for saying a statement, or you study it and you research it? How a scholar, he claimed to be a scholar, yes, and you Muslims call him and name him as a scholar. Is a Tabari a scholar or not? Is a Jalalain a scholar?
Scholar, but he look, my friend. So, some of mufassirin, of interpreters, like to getting beat scoop the breast doing in this present days. They cause to difference in sometimes to ideology, that making some narrators to take some opinions and leave some. Also, some of explainers liking to write strange things in their books to make their books more exciting.
Maybe it's Muhammad who hold on, Sheikh Rohi. Isn't this what Muhammad saying? You are saying some interpreter, they are writing strange things because they get the intention. Well, the one who is writing the strange things is your prophet. He is the one who made a story about three messengers, but yet he didn't want to tell us why. He did not tell us who are they. So you are accusing now the poor scholars who they are working hard trying to explain who are those three. Why your prophet in his Quran didn't say, okay, we send the three messengers, their name is etc., and the story is solved. So now, because of that, those poor scholars are accused by you that they are the one who is making crazy stuff, stupid statement, getting the attention of people, and they like to do that maybe because they are seeking attention, which means you are accusing that your scholars, the Muslim scholars, are a bunch of liars trying to make a business. They try to give something not true, strange, to get the attention. That's amazing. So now we have a religion who nobody can explain. You are a PhD person, graduated from an Azhar University. We ask you, who are those three messengers? Your best answer is, I do not know. Then we ask At-Tabari, we ask Al-Jalalain, we ask Al-Qurtubi, we ask Ibn Kathir, we ask Ashur, we ask etc. They say it is John, they say it is Paul, they say it is Simon Peter, and then you say, oh, they are Some copying from the Jews and the Christians, and some of them they are saying crazy stuff just to get the attention. So how a Muslim can learn anything about his religion?
Our belief not based we know what name of three messengers.
What do you mean it's not
So
based? No, it's based. It's
not
based.
all
Why Allah told you the name of
Mufassirin.
Muhammad? Why Allah told you the name of Muhammad? If it's not based on a name, what is the point of the then the Quran should not mention the name of Isa, should not mention the name of Musa, should not mention the name of Adam or Abraham, should mention the message. That's it. So suddenly when you want Muslims, it's not important
Yes,
to know.
it is different.
What do you mean it's different? Why is different? Is it important
situation,
the name,
my friend?
why it's different, my friend? Those are three messengers, not one. Muhammad is one messenger. Those guys are three. So three now are not important and one is important. Isn't it the Quran says we don't distinguish between our prophets and our messengers?
What Allah said in chapter 4 164
what he said?
ورسلا قد قصصناهم عليك من قبل ورسلا لم نقصصهم عليك من قبل.
So
ورسلا قد قصصناهم
but that will
عليك
not
من
change
قبل
nothing.
ورسلا لم نقصص.
Okay, but this mean nothing, because you just said to me there's names of messengers, we never mentioned their name to you before, and there's messengers we mentioned their names for you, but here he did not mention their names. Still, did he mention the names? No. You see, you gave me a verse, my friend. You gave me a verse. This is chapter what? Just to confirm, what chapter you said?
Chapter 4
chapter
verse
160. All right.
النساء
okay.
النساء
100
160 164
64. All right. This verse, guys, Dr. Rohi, he just gave me, is additional proof that Islam cannot be from God. Look what it says. And messengers we mentioned into thee by name before, and messenger have not mentioned by name into thee. Okay. What the point of speaking of messengers? We did not mention their names, but we mentioned them. How we will know who they are? What city they are going to? Those are three messengers. They are going to a city. Shouldn't we know what is city? Shouldn't we know who are they? Otherwise, what the point of to tell us about their story? Simply here the verse you gave me, because Muhammad himself, he do not know what to say. He is copying from the book of Waraqa ibn Nawfal. Waraqa ibn Nawfal is speaking about the three messengers who went to the city of Antioch. Muhammad, he copied the verse. He have no idea this is about who. Otherwise, if he is a prophet of God, can't he ask his God, who are they, those prophets? Shouldn't Muhammad, you see, you're a prophet, he have time to ask Allah if it is halal to drink a camel urine or not. It is halal to shave the mustache, or a woman, she can take hair from her face. Allah have time for those things. But Allah have no time to tell us the name of three important stories. And one of them is a mighty messenger of Allah, who is the one who made miracles, even resurrect people from death. Shouldn't we know who they are? Forget about this. I want to ask you, Dr. Rohi. The Quran mentioned the name of Israel. Who is Israel?
Where my friend Prophet asked Allah to ask about camel urine halal.
So are you saying that the Prophet was giving the Muslim orders to drink camel urine without permission from Allah?
No, it is not true.
What do you mean? Did he order you to drink camel urine by the order of Allah or by his own order?
No, wrong. It is wrong.
What wrong? Explain, please. Explain.
Now I am late, my friend, so I want to pray and
all right, okay,
to sleep. Then if you want, we discuss about this topic
next Saturday. No problem. I am here next Saturday. No problem, Sheikh Rohi.
Maybe after Saturday, because maybe Eid. I will message you, inshallah.
My friend, no problem. Thank you for being with us, and I apologize if I was like, if I might sound sometimes like rude, but I don't mean to be rude. Please don't take it personal. All right. All right.
Okay, thank you for your polite. I benefit from you. We discuss and they benefit from us.
Thank you.
Thank you, my
Thank you, Dr. Roy.
friend.
Thank you.
I am glad to meet you truly.
Thank you. Take care and have
Good
a good
night.
night. Good night. Bye bye.
Good night.
All right. Was I, guys? Wasn't I nice? It was very easy actually. I was holding myself actually. You see, this is a religion. Nobody have answer for it. Who are the three messengers? And we didn't know. You know, what this religion is about. Who is Muhammad? We do not know. Who was Israel? We do not know. It's not important. You remember yesterday? The Muslim, he called it is not important. What do you mean it's not important? This guy, he just said same. Our religion is not based on the messengers. No, it's based on the real messengers. Otherwise, why you are telling me the name of Jesus and the name of Moses and the name of Muhammad? If there is no no need for names, then all those names should go. And he write books about Islam. I wish I have his books because I'm sure from his books I can make a story. When a Muslim he have a book, a scholar, he have a book, I can get him busted from his book. That's why I was trying to get his book. Where his book? You know what I mean? That will make it even easier for me. No, we will finish for now, just to keep this video just about the debate, so people they can download it, share it with their friends. And again, remember, guys, if you like to read my books, I have my last released two books, variant number 1 and variant number 2, and actually they are now top sellers in Amazon for mythology, as one of you told me. I need to check that. So Sex and Allah is a new release by me. You can find my books by searching Christian Prince in Amazon.com. And remember, we have very important books. Now, this is just about sex. This book is about the sexuality of Islam. Anything have to do about sexuality. And I tried my best not to make the book so big, because I can talk about sexuality in Islam forever. But this is not the point. The point is how to make people reach to understanding what Islam is about and what is the relationship between sex, sexuality, and the belief of Islam. Because everything you see in front of you, Islam is based on sex. Jihad is based on sex. Allah, the followers, the believers, everything is based on sex. This is a sex religion. They try to speak about themselves as if they are people who have nothing to do with it, when the fact everything about it, it's about sex. People don't do jihad because they love Allah. People do jihad because they want to go and get women and boys. People, they don't want to kill themselves just because it is serving Allah. People, they are desperately dying to go and get those beautiful boys who they are so hot. Those beautiful women who no genie, no human being touch them. Islam is a sexual religion here in this life and hereafter. And this is what you will find in my books. However, I advise you to read The Deception of Allah, which is my first book, and Quran and Science. And we have translations for my books in other languages, in French, Le Secret du Prophète Arabe, and the German. In German, we have two books in German actually right now. Translation for Deception of Allah and Quran and Science. And we have a book in Dutch and a book in Swedish. And now we have the two new books about Islam and sexuality. Don't forget to leave your comment if you enjoy reading my books, and don't forget to share the truth with your friends. And trust me, we are the Arab, and we are the one who made Islam, and we are the one who will destroy it. They can fool you for you don't speak Arabic. They can fool you because you do not know. They can fool you because their secret is written in Arabic, but they cannot fool us. And we are here to help you and to help your children, so nobody can deceive them. This is a religion based on deception and copy-paste practice. Nobody dare to ask a question, and the second you ask a question, you find yourself in dead-end road. And this is why each time we debate a Muslim, he get in as a turkey and he leave out as a chicken ready to be cooked. Thank you for watching. May the Lord bless you. And I am a Christian, for I cannot find better than the name of a Christ to follow. And I am a person who choose to be called a Christian prince, for I am a prince, for I am the child of God, and my God, he asked us to call him our Father. We belong to the Father, not the God of slaves. We are not the slaves of anyone. We are the children of God who believe in God, who he think that God needs slaves. Your God is suffering from mental issues. Who believe in God, who believe that his God provide women and private part, a God who will extend your penis to make it endless. That is not a God, that is a pimp. A promise of God is a promise of his personality and who he is. Our God is the God of holiness. His heaven is not a pimp house. His heaven is a place for decency. When they asked Jesus what we will have in heaven, who is going to have this woman, he said he and she, they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. And same as angels mean we will be free of our needs. Islam make you slave of needs, because the more needs you have, the more slave you are. And sex is a need, food is a need, money is a need, roof is a need, job is a need. The Messiah, he free you, he don't slave you. The God of Islam make you addicted to sex, make you addicted to gold and silver. This is why he promised you gold and silver even in heaven. This is why even he promised you that in heaven there's a market where there's no buying nor selling except pictures of men and women. I never thought that God is the founder of a Playboy magazine, but that is Islam. Thank you very much for being with us, and may the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. Amen to that, and see you soon again. Bye-bye.